Haunted by Voices, the Enfield Poltergeist story. The screen is pitch black, interrupted only by the unnerving sound of knocking. The eerie rhythm immediately grabs your attention, pulling you into a tale that has haunted countless minds. This is the story of the Enfield Poltergeist. In 1977, a modest home in Enfield, England, became the epicenter of a chilling paranormal event. The Hodgson family, seemingly ordinary, found themselves at the heart of one of the most famous hauntings in history. The Hodgson family lived a quiet life in their unassuming Enfield home. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother, cared for her 4 children, trying to make ends meet in their modest surroundings. Nothing hinted at the terror that would soon unfold. Peggy's daughters, Janet and Margaret, were typical siblings, sharing secrets and squabbles. But it was Janet, the second eldest, who would become the focal point of the inexplicable events that began to plague their lives. It all started innocently enough, knocking sounds in the night and furniture seemingly moving on its own. Peggy dismissed these occurrences at first, attributing them to the imaginings of her young children. But the incidents soon became impossible to ignore. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother, initially dismissed the strange occurrences in her modest Enfield home. She attributed the knocking sounds and moving furniture to her children's mischief or natural causes. Her disbelief was soon challenged by more frequent, unexplainable events. That night, terrified by the escalating disturbances, Peggy sought help from her neighbors. Vic and Peggy Nottingham, living next door, were skeptical but agreed to investigate. Upon entering the Hodgson home, they too witnessed the inexplicable phenomena firsthand. Alarmed by what they saw, the Nottinghams advised Peggy to contact the police. When the officers arrived, they were dubious but conducted a thorough investigation. Their initial skepticism melted away as they witnessed a chair move across the room unaided. The involvement of the police only intensified the mystery. Their official report included the inexplicable movement of the chair, lending credibility to the Hodgson family's claims. This unusual police testimony soon attracted the attention of local newspapers and curious reporters. Media attention turned the Hodgson home into a hotbed of paranormal interest. Journalists flocked to Enfield, eager to document the eerie occurrences. Their reports brought widespread notoriety to the case, further amplifying the strange events surrounding the Hodgson family. Paranormal investigators Maurice Grosse and Guy Lyon Playfair entered the Hodgson home with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. Their presence brought a sense of hope to the distressed family, who were desperate for answers to the unsettling events. Grosse and Playfair conducted their initial investigations meticulously, documenting strange occurrences and interviewing the family. They witnessed firsthand the inexplicable phenomena, such as furniture moving on its own and objects being thrown across rooms, deepening the mystery. The eerie recordings of ghostly voices, particularly one identifying itself as Bill, became a focal point of their investigation. These voices were captured on tape, providing chilling evidence that seemed to support the family's claims of a haunting. The significance of the recordings lay in their clarity and the specificity of the messages. Experts analyzed the tapes, noting that the voices exhibited characteristics that were difficult to replicate, adding weight to the authenticity of the paranormal activities. As the investigation progressed, the paranormal activities escalated dramatically. Objects flew through the air, and family members, especially Janet, experienced terrifying levitations. The intensity of these events left both the investigators and the Hodgson family in a state of constant fear and bewilderment. Janet Hodgson's experiences were the most intense, with claims of levitation and speaking in a deep, guttural voice. These episodes left her physically and emotionally drained, making her the primary focus of both media and paranormal investigators. As the paranormal activity escalated, the community's involvement grew. Neighbors often witnessed unexplained events, and the support from friends and locals helped the Hodgson family cope with the fear and confusion surrounding their home. Investigators Maurice Grosse and Guy Lyon Playfair documented various forms of evidence, including photographs and audio recordings. These pieces of evidence, particularly the eerie voice recordings, were considered compelling and fueled further interest in the case. The psychological impact on the Hodgson family was profound. Constant disturbances and media attention took a toll on their mental health. Janet, in particular, struggled with the long-term effects, causing her significant stress and anxiety. Despite the eventual subsiding of the paranormal activities, the long-term effects lingered. Janet and her family had to navigate life with the memories of their harrowing experiences, forever altering their sense of normalcy and their view of the world. The psychological impact on the Hodgson family was profound, with lingering trauma evident in their lives. Janet, in particular, experienced significant emotional distress, which affected her well-being for years. The haunting left an indelible mark on their mental health and daily existence. Even after the events subsided, the long-term effects on Janet and her family persisted. Janet struggled with the memories of the haunting, which influenced her relationships and perspective on life. The family's sense of normalcy was forever altered by their harrowing experiences. The Enfield Poltergeist continues to captivate the paranormal community, maintaining a strong presence in discussions and investigations. Researchers and enthusiasts revisit the case, hoping to uncover new insights. The story remains a cornerstone of paranormal lore, inspiring ongoing interest and debate. Media adaptations, such as The Conjuring 2, brought the Enfield Poltergeist to a wider audience, reigniting fascination with the case. These portrayals have kept the story alive in popular culture, ensuring its legacy endures. The hauntings depiction in film and television has sparked renewed curiosity. The debate over the authenticity of the Enfield Poltergeist persists, dividing skeptics and believers. Some argue it was a hoax, while others maintain its legitimacy. This ongoing controversy fuels discussions, highlighting the enduring mystery and intrigue surrounding the case. The truth remains elusive. Experts remain divided on the Enfield Poltergeist. Some, like Maurice Grosse, assert the events were genuine and beyond scientific explanation. Others, like Anita Gregory, claim the incidents were exaggerated or fabricated by the children seeking attention. The personal accounts are compelling. Peggy Hodgson and her children consistently maintain their experiences were real. Investigators like Guy Lyon Playfair also stand by their findings, citing the sheer volume of unexplained phenomena they witnessed firsthand. The Enfield Poltergeist has undeniably impacted paranormal research and popular culture. It has inspired countless documentaries, books, and films, keeping the mystery alive and encouraging further exploration into the unknown realms of paranormal activity. Reflecting on the events, one cannot ignore their complexity and the profound effect on those involved. Whether real or a hoax, the Enfield Poltergeist challenges our understanding of reality and forces us to confront the possibility of the supernatural. We invite you to share your thoughts on this haunting case. Do you believe the Enfield Poltergeist was genuine, or do you side with the skeptics? Subscribe for more stories that delve into the mysterious and the unexplained. Unsolved, the eeriest ghost stories ever. Imagine a quiet town where shadows dance under the flickering streetlights. This is where our journey into the unexplained begins. In the old library, whispers echo through empty rooms. The librarian swears it's just drafts, but who really knows? At midnight, the abandoned house on Elm Street seems to come alive. Windows creak, and footsteps pound on dusty floors. A young couple once sought shelter from a storm in an old barn. They were never seen again, leaving only eerie silence behind. Residents claim to hear a child's laughter in the park at night. Yet, no children are ever seen after dark. The town's church bell tolls at odd hours, even when it's broken. Some say it's a call from the other side. A mysterious figure is often spotted by the riverbank. Those who've tried to approach it have only found mist and cold air. In the graveyard, fresh flowers appear on a long-forgotten grave. No one knows who places them or why. During winter, snow angels appear overnight in perfect formation. Not a single footprint is ever found nearby. A ghostly carriage is said to ride down the main road once a year. Its passengers, forever trapped in time. The lighthouse at the edge of town shines without a keeper. Legends say it guides lost souls to their final rest. These ghost stories linger, defying explanation. Perhaps some questions are meant to remain unanswered.